Welcome to That's No Class. I'm Brian Berubin.
And I'm Morgan Darian.
Welcome back to the home of class. My sickness is almost gone. I'm back in the saddle.
Man, you sound so much better.
I sound so much better. Oh my God. But did you guys like Morgan as the main host? I thought she did a great job.
I'm so happy you're back, honestly.
No, but it's definitely good that she's back on the mixer instead of me. The top of that last show, hitting the switches. Ironic, of course, because I do this at my other job, but whatever.
Yeah, that is funny.
You're way better in the studio, for sure.
I got it down, finally.
You did. You're pro. Let's get to some news.
Now here's the news.
Okay, so the future is finally here for us,
Ooh, what?
millennials. We have electric cars.
Oh,
And here in LA, it's really pretty mind-blowing how it seems like suddenly overnight, maybe 20% of cars are electric.
so many.
And we know that the government wants to make that even bigger, and they want them to be more affordable and make the big switch and finally get rid of that. Us too. I want our next car to be electric, but is it
Makes
going to
sense.
work out financially?
I hope so.
That's a whole separate topic. That's not even what I'm talking about. The problem that I'm going to talk about with electric cars right now is where do you charge them?
Oh,
Which would be a problem for us.
that would be a bit of a problem, yeah.
Yeah, so people who have houses seems to be no big deal. They plug
Sure.
it in the garage. But
Yeah.
people like us who don't live in a house, what are we supposed to do? We don't have a charger in our garage. The
No.
infrastructure isn't really there yet.
No.
We've had a whole century to have enough gas stations for the whole country. But, 2 years, suddenly electric cars come on the scene. They don't exist. Well, 7-Eleven says it's going to step in and fill some of that void.
What?
They've announced that they're going to start building a bunch of new charging stations at their stores across the country.
Oh,
So-
that's smart of them.
Yeah, I know in California, we don't think of 7-Eleven as a gas station, but in
No.
other states, it's super common to have 7-Elevens at gas
That's true.
stations.
I thought that was right. And
Yeah.
then when I moved here, I
You're like, where's the gas?
I gaslit myself. I was like,
Oh.
oh, yeah, it's never had a gas station at it before.
That never exists.
No, yeah.
No, it does exist. I've seen it in Colorado.
That's really
I
funny.
don't know where else I've seen it, but
I think Wisconsin.
okay.
Pretty sure.
So there you go.
I don't
People
know.
listening might be like, yeah, 7-Eleven is gas. Well, in California, 7-Eleven is not gas.
No, it's just
7-Eleven,
snacks.
yeah, it's just
It's
snacks.
just bad choices is what it is.
Yeah, that's true. Lotto tickets. But yeah,
hot
so
dogs.
I love that hot dog.
So,
So they are going to set up their own network. It's called the 7Charge Network.
all right.
And there's an app that goes along with it that I downloaded just to see.
Why?
Because there was nowhere way else to see
To see
where
it.
the stations
Okay,
were
okay.
because it said there were already some up
Oh,
and
it
running.
shows you where they are.
Yeah, it shows you where they are.
Oh.
And let me tell you, there are not very many.
Oh, no.
It's like they make it sound like it's all across the country. There are 2 in LA. A city of what, 11 million
Okay.
people? There's 2. There's 2 in
Yeah.
the Bay Area,
Awesome.
and there's 8 in Texas.
Okay. Well, they're starting.
They're starting. So they do exist
Mm-hmm.
already, but they're going to expand it. It's going to be a level 3 charging network, which means that it can charge fast.
Oh, yeah, I've heard. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, this is like a thing. Supercharger
fast.
is what
Okay.
that's what Tesla's thing is, but it's a level 3 charger.
Okay.
It means that it can charge up to 80% of the charge in half an hour.
Oh, okay.
So I figure even if you don't spend a half hour, you would still
Yeah,
be able to
you
get,
could
if
get
you only
like a
spend 10
good
minutes.
part of
You
it.
could, yeah, exactly. It would be like quarter tank or half a tank.
That's cool.
So it's smart and obviously makes sense for 7-Eleven because
Yeah.
they're like, who is not going to go inside and buy a bag of chips or get a drink?
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, like-
because you have so much time.
So much time. You're just sitting
Oh
there.
my gosh, they should expand into other things.
Like what?
A half hour, you could do some things. What can you do? Put a bar in there. No, that's
not a
bad. You're
good
about to
idea.
drive.
Yeah. Don't do that, 7-Eleven.
What a coffee shop, a cafe.
Well, they already sell all that stuff inside. They sell everything.
No one hangs out in a 7-Eleven. Put some
I-
tables, some intranet.
I disagree. People may not hang out inside, but people definitely hang out outside
Well,
of
yeah,
a
but I'm saying
7-Eleven.
like this is like a rebranding thing.
They're not trying to rebrand. They're just trying to add
I'm telling
more
you,
thing.
they could make way more money if they make it into a cafe
7.
and you can like use the internet and work while your car's charging. Boom.
Oh, I see. I didn't
Hello?
get your vision.
Entrepreneurial brain over
Damn,
here.
7-Eleven, are you listening?
Are you listening to my excellent idea?
Brilliance.
There you go.
They haven't said how many they're going to be making total,
Okay.
but every little bit helps.
Yeah, I mean,
We need more chargers.
for sure.
So
Photoshop.
thank heaven.
Thank heaven. Thank the heaven.
All right, what do you got?
Okay, my news. Okay, you probably know what 311 is, right? I forgot about it. Do you know what it is? It's the number for non-emergencies.
Yes,
But
yes.
I don't think every state has it. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I
about
think that thing is kind of regional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like certain states vote if they want to like start it.
Okay.
Basically,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think. Okay. So on the East Coast, it's used the most for noise complaints, removing appliances from places, complaints about the heating not working in their building,
Okay.
like asking questions about speeding tickets. Like those are the like top
Okay.
categories.
Non-emergency.
Yeah. Okay. So today, my news article is from NBC Channel 4 and the New York Post, all the way from New York City.
Okay.
The 311 answering system released their top 20 list of memorable calls. A few of them seem like, okay, someone was just trying to be funny, like the one where someone files a noise complaint against their refrigerator. But some of them seem real, so I thought I'd share a few.
Okay.
Okay, my first fave of the bunch is, can you check if my boyfriend is married? And I feel like this one's real because I feel like they thought that 311 was like connected to the police.
Yeah.
So that they had like some database available.
Is it not?
I don't think so. I think it's its own thing.
So
Because the people who work there are specialized in like,
what?
I don't know.
What are they specialized
they're
in?
not.
And
fi-
who do
they're
they
not
work
figuring
for?
out crimes.
Who are the
I
311
don't
people?
know, and I don't know.
They're just
what
general-
qualifies
They're
you.
just general like government employees, local
I
government
believe
employees
so.
who handle. It's like a customer service call.
Yeah,
Like,
basically.
can you help me with this?
Yeah, customer
Okay.
service. Because the police are like, this is we're busy.
We don't deal with that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
Okay. Then there's, can someone spray the trees so the leaves stop falling? I picture a kid calling about this because when I was little, I was like really sad that the
Leaves were falling.
dying.
Okay.
So, I don't know. I don't know what the backstory is.
Right.
Okay. People can't be serious, but someone said, I'd like to report there's a ghost in my window.
I mean,
Honestly,
who else do
though.
you call
I know.
when Ghostbusters aren't real?
I know.
I mean, that would scare the crap out of
That
me.
scared the crap out of me too. Like, please,
Somebody
someone
help me,
come.
please.
Someone. Okay, this one, someone complained about a raccoon eating lasagna on their porch. This should not be a complaint. I would love to watch this.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
Some
those
people
guys
get
are
real.
hilarious.
Some people get real territorial though. As soon as an animal walks on their property, like I was raised with my mom feeding like wild
Yeah.
animals on the porch all the time. But some
It's
people are
true.
like, "What's that cat doing on my
Yeah.
porch?" Why are
Like
you
they're
so
gonna
mad?
take over. Like it's gonna be
It's
okay.
cool. It's just eating a lasagna, and it's gonna
It's
gonna
not
leave.
even eating your food or your
Yeah,
trash.
it's not even-
It brought its own snack.
Yeah, what do you have to complain about?
Exactly. Okay. And then my absolute favorite. A goat is tied to the stairwell in my building. This was intriguing. I want to know where this goat is from. It's in New York. Like, what is the backstory here? Why is it alone?
New York is a wild place.
I know.
I wouldn't be surprised if I saw a goat tied up
I would
in New York.
die laughing if I was just like walking out of my apartment and there's a goat there. Why is it by itself?
At least it won't get out.
Be
And,
like, hey, buddy, you're coming with me.
yeah. Oh, this is my goat now.
Yeah. At least it won't come out what? It won't- oh, get out.
Get out and eat lasagna on your porch. Maybe somebody tied it up.
There's a goat eating lasagna on my porch. Can you guys do something about this?
That's really crazy. That makes me want to find out more about the 311. I've
I
never
know.
thought about this.
Is that
Who
not
are
wild?
these people?
I don't know.
All right.
Now
we're
we
going to look
gotta
into
we
this,
gotta
guys,
find
and we're
out.
going to find out. Next week, we're going to have some more information about the 311.
There we go.
These mystery people.
And do we have one?
And do we have one? Correct. All right. Well, when we come back, Morgan predicted what was going to happen at the Oscars this year, and she did it on this show. We're going to tell you what we mean when we come back. Thanks so much for being with us. Thanks for listening. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Well, Everything Everywhere All at Once swept the Oscars this year. And besides genuinely believing in the movie as being deserving, it was just really nice to see how truly appreciative all the winners were when they got their awards. I was thinking about it, and I know a lot of people aren't into the Oscars, and that's cool.
Yeah.
But this year really reminded me of why I like it so much. I can't think of another award show where the people are so freaking excited and moved
That's true.
when they win.
Yeah.
Like, they genuinely want it, and when they get it, it's such an affirmation. And, I mean, where else do people cry their freaking eyes out when
know.
they get these awards? Like, it's
Well, and
so cool.
I understand why people might have like stopped watching just because it's been kind of
It's
wild.
been a rough stretch. It's been a rough
Yeah.
stretch. But I thought this year was
Yeah, it was fun.
genuinely
and, yeah.
fun and enjoyable and cool all the way through.
Yeah.
But I did notice a common theme with the whole cast and crew of Everything Everywhere All at Once. And it
Okay.
was something that Morgan talked about in her lesson in class back in episode 10, listeners.
Okay.
So, if you don't remember, Morgan talked about LA parties and how people are the worst
Yeah.
and they look down on you if you're not big in the industry. Her piece was called Just a Waitress. You can go back and listen to it. It was great.
Nice.
And you said, quote, "You want to know how to get people to work with you? By becoming a person worthy of friendship."
Oh.
And you said, "The magic formula is to be a good person, work hard, and care about people." Your words.
Nice. Okay.
Great
cool.
words. And at the time, I was like, yes, of course. Like, she's totally right. But then on the biggest stage, these people who are literally winning the Oscars go and say exactly what you talked about on the show.
That's awesome.
So we've got some bits here. This is the editor who won Best Editing
Okay.
for the movie, Paul Rogers, Jamie Lee Curtis, who won Best Supporting Actress,
Awesome.
and co-director of the movie, Daniel Kwan.
Love it.
Dan and Daniel, wherever you are. Yeah, there you are. I hope you know, look, your friends, the people who care about you, we're not here because of the incredible, wonderful, strange, beautiful movies you make. We're here because you guys are incredible, kind, generous, strange, sexy people. And we'll be here. If all this goes away, we're still here with you.
I know it looks like I'm standing up here by myself, but I am not. I am hundreds of people. I'm hundreds of people. We just won an Oscar.
I know every director agrees with me when I say a director is nothing without their incredible cast and crew. This is my family, my friends. If our movie has greatness and genius, it is only because they have greatness and genius flowing through their hearts and souls and minds, and they gave that to us, they gave that precious gift to our film. The world is opening up to the fact that genius does not stem from individuals like us on stage, but rather genius emerges from the collective.
Yeah,
I love it.
totally.
Fucking tearing up over here.
You are.
Fuck.
Well, it's because you're so wise. And you're seeing
You're so
the secrets to success. You give them away on this show.
good.
And then when you see these people reach the highest heights
It's cool.
on your philosophy, I mean, pay attention to Morgan's words, people. She knows. She knows what's up.
I love that. I love this confirmation. This is a high point for me.
I mean,
That's awesome. I was trying my very best to bring like the word of this movie to everyone, like everything everywhere all at once. I was trying and I felt like no one was listening. I felt like no one gave a
no
tiny
one cared
poop.
until the Oscar nominations came
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
And if you go back on my Instagram, it's literally the only post I have where I'm promoting something outside of my life. Like this movie is my soul. And anyone who doesn't like it, just go away. I remember a friend was like, "Oh yeah, the beginning was kind of slow at first." And in my head, I was like, "This is a deal breaker.
They were walking on thin ice.
What are you
huh?
gonna say next?"
Yeah, no. That's our kind of movie.
Oh man, it was so good.
And one other thing that I found really inspiring about that crew
Mm-hmm.
was their message to the audience. Also,
yeah.
they said that dreams matter,
Oh,
that it's important to have them, and that they're meaningful. So
Yeah.
here's a bit from Best Supporting Actor winner Ke Huy Quan, who like everybody loves.
everyone
How do you not
loves.
love this
How
guy?
do you not?
I owe everything to the love of my life. My wife, Echo, who month after month, year after year for 20 years, told me that one day one day my time will come. Dreams are something you have to believe in. I almost gave up on mine. To all of you out there, please keep your dreams alive.
Yeah, Morgan's
Stop
losing it.
making me
Morgan is just
cry.
crying with all of these bites. That's how it was when we watched the show. We were all like
Oh
crying
my
watching the show.
God.
But this
I
is
love
something that
it.
we talk about on the show a lot. Dreams.
Yeah.
Have them.
Yeah.
Hold on to them.
Have them and do them and just
do
keep
them.
going.
Try to make them happen. This is my dream right here. And I want you guys to have yours, and I want you to tell me about it and share it. And it's so
Yeah.
cool what you can do. You don't even know. You don't even know
True.
until you try.
Because you don't, yeah. Yeah. I mean, you won't know unless you try.
You won't know. And also, like Morgan said, and they all said, you have to surround yourself with the right people.
Yeah.
And magic can really happen fast. Like the Daniels, the directors of the movie, this is only their second movie.
That's so crazy.
It's crazy. And it's the editor's second movie.
That's awesome.
So here's director Daniel Kwan one last time with his thoughts about that.
There is greatness in every single person. It doesn't matter who they are. You have a genius that is waiting to erupt. You just need to find the right people to unlock that. Thank you so much to everyone who has unlocked my genius. This means so much to us. Thank you to the Academy.
So good.
So good. So, I mean, you helped me unlock my genius 100%.
Oh my.
I mean, yeah, look at Morgan and I. We've only been doing this for a short time. And look how great our freaking show is. You don't know until you get the right person in there with you. We didn't even plan. We've said this before. We didn't even plan on hosting this show, Morgan and I. It was supposed to be me
No.
and somebody else.
Uh-huh.
But now I can't even imagine doing it with anybody else.
Aw.
Morgan and I work. The only reason this show works is because it's Morgan and I.
I love that.
So you just find the right people, you guys.
You don't want to be in this tiny room with some random dude?
I mean, I wouldn't be in this room. You kind of built this room
That's
for
true.
me.
From scratch.
From scratch. So, you know, and
Thanks, friend.
it's special to have people around you that matter. And, you know, you guys are special. Our listeners are freaking awesome.
I know.
We couldn't do it without you guys at all. You inspire us every single day.
Whenever anyone comments or says anything, I'm like, ah!
Yeah, like tearing up. So touched. Yeah, I'm the same way. I said it last week. I mean, thank you guys, honestly. Scale of joy.
Oh, so good.
You guys are our Oscars.
Oh, man.
Every
Stop
week.
it.
Are you going to cry again?
Yeah. Go to the next section.
Well, when we come back, it's that time. Your No Class Picks of the Week. Stay with us. It's time to wind down the show here, bring it to a close the only proper way with our No Class Picks of the Week.
You're just a jealous,
No class.
lazy bum.
No class pick.
Okay. So my pick this week is we go to a work event for me.
Okay.
Formal attire. You were there, by the way.
I know I'm there. I just don't know what you're going to talk about.
All right.
I know I'm there.
You made it sound like I was telling you something that you didn't know. Okay.
I'm just curious to know what you're
All
going
right.
to say.
All right, cool. We're on the same page now. Okay. So,
You're there. Yes.
formal attire, classy event,
Class.
and there was an open bar.
For sure.
So we got a couple drinks throughout the night. My plan always, thinking ahead, even going to the event, was we got to have cash to tip the bartender.
Yeah, you did. You planned ahead.
I did. So we waited a little bit until almost the end of the night, and it ended up that all we had was a 10 and a 100.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, well, I'm like, sure, we'll just break the 100. It's going to be fine.
Yeah.
So we go up with his tips, by the way, because there's no cash because
and
it's an
it's the
open bar.
end of the
Nobody's
night.
paying.
Yeah,
Right. It's the only money that there's going to be there is cash. And so I order our last drink and we say, hey man, I go, can you give us some change? I go, we'll give you this hundo and just give us like, you know, whatever, $85 back or something like that. And he looks at us with this like despair and he goes, I wish I had that much. And And I said,
remember
you got to be kidding me. I said, people aren't tipping you? And he said, he's like, nah. It's like basically nothing, like getting nothing from these people. And I felt so bad for this guy.
too.
I literally did this, like,
I know.
no. Tragedy. After 4 hours
Tragedy.
and hundreds of drinks, this guy didn't even make $85 in tips. Are you kidding me?
I thought that people tipped.
I mean,
I
they
thought that
should.
was a thing.
It's so no class.
Because you're
I
getting
can't
free
even believe.
drinks.
You're getting free drinks. You don't even have to pay. All you got to
That's
do is
really-
give this person a tiny little bit of it.
Yeah, strange.
And they
Even
don't-
$1.
Even $1.
Because if everyone had given $1, he would have well over $100.
Yeah, totally.
So wild to me.
I was shocked. It was
Me too.
so no class to me. I was
Yeah.
ashamed to be a part of that group that gave no money.
Oh, man,
I mean,
yeah.
it's not even being cheap.
That was
It's just
rough.
like, come on.
Just not even thinking about it.
Not
I
thinking
think
about it at
that's
all.
what it is.
Not thinking that there's a human doing this work.
Very, very, yeah.
It's not an ice bucket. It's a dude who's making you a drink.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it was weird, and they had a tip thing out, so it wasn't like a
Yeah.
thing where like the company was like absolutely no tips, like it's
Right.
all included,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. Like we
No.
don't know if it
We-
was included. Hopefully
we don't
they did,
know.
but
We hope.
like I don't know. Yeah,
No,
it was
rough.
bizarre.
So we ended up having to give him the 10. I wanted to give him the 15, but all I had
Right.
was the 10 or the 100. So I was like, dang, I gave him the
Yeah,
10 and like
sorry
hung my
to-
head in shame and walked away from there. Good Lord.
Tip 'em.
Anyway, no class.
That is a good one.
What do you got?
I forgot about it. Okay. Okay. So Brian and I went to a wedding this past month.
Lovely wedding.
Beautiful event, gorgeous.
Congratulations, Sabrina and Casey.
Love them.
Enjoy Jamaica.
Lots of champagne and dancing to Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And lots of champagne.
Yeah.
And lots of champagne.
Okay.
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 So, our Lyft driver from our hotel to the wedding was a new experience for me because he decided we were a good audience and embarked on a storytelling adventure that left me making this face. For the listeners, my face says, ew, no, gross, please stop talking. Now, I'm no stranger to dudes sharing some nasty talk, as I'm sure every woman out there can attest. It's mad awkward and skeevy. But this was a new experience in that we were literally trapped in this guy's car, forced to listen to his stories about how our cheap-ass travel lodge that we were staying at used to be a happening place where he and his friends would do a bunch of coke and some other things that I don't want to repeat. Like, I don't need to know where my Lyft driver's ding-dong has been and how great said ding-dong felt and who was near the ding-dong. I don't need to know anything about anyone's ding-dong, except yours. Like, get that thing away from me, sir. I don't care if it's just words. You have assaulted my imagination.
It was so gross. Things go down in the travel lodge. Did
I
not
guess
know.
so.
Did not know.
Didn't know.
But no, that was the grossest I've ever heard from a Lyft driver.
Yeah, from a Lyft driver.
Completely inappropriate, raunchy, not asked for.
No.
Did not ask him to do this.
No. Really okay with silence.
Really cool with it.
Super okay with that.
Really cool with it.
And yes, I'm aware that I'm literally Jess from New Girl and I can't say the word perners on air.
That's cool.
Perners.
No,
Perner.
we don't need to say that. We say
A
peen.
penna. A peen.
We say peen.
A pa. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah. Silence your Lyft driver before he goes too far. If he starts talking about good,
know.
if they start talking about good times,
Oof.
you don't need to hear about someone's good
This
times.
is one of my downfalls because I laugh at a lot of things.
Yeah.
So if I start laughing sometimes people tell me shit that I should not hear.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, she thinks I'm funny.
I was just like, oh, he's gonna stop eventually.
No, he did
He
not.
did not stop.
He did not
He did
stop.
not stop, dude.
Anyway,
All right,
that's my pick.
that's a solid one.
Thanks.
Gross.
Gross. Hashtag gross.
All right, guys, that is our show. Thanks so much for being here and hanging with us. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks for the Oscar every single week that you give us just by listening.
Our life is an Oscar.
It is. Reach out to us everywhere. We are on Twitter @That'sNoClass, Instagram @That'sNoClass. We love emails. That'sNoClass@gmail.com. Also on TikTok. And as always, we want your no class picks. Tell us if you ever seen anything wild at the Travelodge or had a Lyft driver who is wildly inappropriate, 8777 no class. Call. Don't be afraid, guys. I've heard some people say it's weird. They
yeah.
call and they're like, it's weird. There's nobody there. It's just a voicemail.
It goes to our email. This is what I was going to say
Okay.
to people who might want to call in but are a little bit nervous.
Yeah, we don't answer the phone.
First of all, don't answer the phone.
We're not there.
Second of all, I will cut out any like pauses or weird stuff that maybe might make you sound like a dum-dum because no one wants to sound like that. I get it.
Yeah. No, we'll make you sound great.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Make you sound better than us. Promise.
Yeah. But if you think that there's going to be somebody there, or you're like, this is going to be awkward. There's
No,
nobody there.
no.
It just gets recorded and sent
Yeah,
straight
it's
to
like a voice memo.
It's just a voice memo. There's
Yeah.
no interaction there if
Right.
you're worried about that.
Right.
So it's totally cool. It's safe. It's a safe play.
Safe space.
We'll make you look great.
Yeah, we will.
It's gonna be awesome. All right.
That's funny.
But we do love hearing from you guys, so go ahead and call. Communicate in any way you want.
Mm-hmm.
We love having your stories. So
Oh, stay classy.
stay classy and have a great week.